Hello Physical Fiends, it is Jordan here with a nice video looking at all the upcoming imports on Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch 2 that you may want to keep an eye on. These are physical releases in Japan and other Asian regions that are only releasing there that we know of, and will play in English unless otherwise stated. But please always keep in mind, a Western physical could be announced at any point really. It would be nice if they were all announced together, but that's not usually the case. Now it has been more than 2 months since I last did this video and a lot has changed, so let's take a look. Hashire Hebereke EX is releasing on September the 3rd, and this is a remake of a very obscure Super Famicom game. It's in the Hebereke franchise, also known as Euphoria, but it is a racing game, and a running one at that too. Really weird, very wacky, not the kind of game one would expect, but it's coming and it will play in English and it is very cheap. NINNIN Heroines, I'm almost scared to include this so early in the video. I know what YouTube is like, but this is a double pack of saucy visual novels that are for those who fantasize about ninja ladies. It's hardly Shakespeare, but some of you will be shaking your spear while playing this. While there is an Asian version, Play Asia have a first print edition which should not be missed. It has an English cover and everything. These first print editions sell out quickly, and it would be a shame to miss out on the extra special cover sleeve and art card. September the 3rd for this one. Afterlove EP, September 10th. This was supposed to have released already, but it got delayed until, well, this date. And this is a slice of life adventure game set in Indonesia as you follow a young struggling musician, not just professionally but socially too. Supposed to be a really decent time, and the physical comes with a nice CD. And if you want to import it or any of the games in this video and you want to support me at the same time and the work that I do for you guys, then you will find all of the games linked down below in the description and pinned comment. You can pre-order from Play Asia, who, if you click my link, you can get 5% off with my discount code Jordan2026, but you must click my link first. And for the next few days, they do have free worldwide shipping, so now is a good time to get some orders in. Or you can pre-order many of them from VGP, who are a Canadian company with free worldwide shipping on orders over 75 Canadian bucks, which is like 55 American dollars. Not that much, and I do appreciate the support ever so much. Artis Impact is releasing in Japan on September the 17th. This is a gorgeous looking adventure game. They tag it as a JRPG, but I'm not fully convinced. It seems more like a gimmicky RPG, but nonetheless, it is a very highly rated game. The story is a big focus, and apparently there is a great attention to detail from the developers and the story that goes alongside the very unique and beautiful presentation. I definitely want to try this. Another Eden Begins. I'm including this here even though Axis Games have stated they will be doing something with this game in the West. However, in what capacity, that remains to be truly seen. Either way, it is releasing very soon on Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch 2 on a proper cartridge in Japan. They'll play in English, so it will be the fastest way to get it physically, and it is a JRPG from the dude who wrote Chrono Trigger, alongside helping Square with plenty of classics back in the day. A time-traveling adventure that I can't wait to sample. PUPU's Adventure Park is releasing exclusively in Southeast Asia, in Singapore, and this is a cute management game where you set up an adventure park. You make the facilities, you manage the park, send heroes off on adventures. This doesn't have the best reviews ever, but it does look pretty cute. Grim Trials is releasing physically on a proper Switch 2 cartridge on September the 24th, and this is one of those indie games that really is trying its best to be another Hades. This one has crafting though, which honestly I don't know if Hades has that or not, but despite being a low-key game when it released digitally, it did get solid reviews. So if you want a proper Switch 2 cartridge import, maybe take a look at this. Kemco RPG Selection Volume 15. Yes, Volume 15 is coming, and this one will include Legend of Ixtona, Silver Nornia, Fortuna Magus, and Tears Revolute. The names get more and more obscure PSP Japanese only JRPG name-like. Anyways, don't have too high expectation and you'll find yourself having 4 dinky but nicely distracting JRPGs in your collection. September the 24th for this one. Viractal is releasing on October the 1st for Nintendo Switch 2 on a proper cartridge, and this is a Switch 2 edition, so it will play on your original Switch, and this is a party game, but a party game with a JRPG twist, so definitely something more in-depth and potentially enticing if you're bored with Mario Party. I hate board games, but I'm mildly interested in this one. Ao Oni 2 is releasing on October the 2nd on Nintendo Switch, and despite being called Ao Oni 2, this is actually a double pack. It includes Ao Oni 2 plus a brand new scenario called Ao Oni Seaside School. The original game was a cult classic RPG Maker style free game, I believe, many moons ago, but this sequel and new scenario tried to follow its cheap looking presentation, but yeah, it could be charming if you're looking for a weird Japanese horror game. Azure Striker Gunvolt Trilogy Enhanced. This is releasing physically on Nintendo Switch 2 on October the 22nd. Yes, this is already an import exclusive on the original Switch. Some of you may have it already, but this upcoming Switch 2 edition will look and run much better, and it will also have more content because alongside the 3 mainline games, it's adding a new mode, which is kind of being treated almost like a brand new game, which is kind of cool. So if you need more Mega Man-like gameplay, keep an eye on this. Touhou Shoujo Tales of Beautiful Memories. This is releasing on October the 29th, and this made me very happy since I've wanted this game to get a physical for ages. I saw all the other Touhou games, no matter the quality, get a physical release, but this one, the one that appealed to me the most, was left on the eShop until now. This is an RPG, a cute, charming one that's a bit like Super Mario RPG on the Super Nintendo, if it was a fan remake Touhou game on PC, so it'll be a bit rough around the edges, but I've wanted this for ages. Meiji Tokyo Renka Twilight Kiss. This is coming on October the 29th too, and this is a sequel to a visual novel that is also an import exclusive on the Nintendo Switch. Some of you may own that already, despite how obscure it is. It's one for Otomi fans, and it's coming in a standard as well as a collector's edition. Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba Hinokami Keppuutan 2. This is releasing physically on October the 29th, and it's on a proper Switch 2 cartridge. However, in Japan, that will be in Japanese only, like Japanese language. However, in Asia, it appears there's going to be a slightly different release there, and that's the one you'll probably want to import since that one will have English alongside Chinese. It is an arena fighter within the anime that I know nothing about. Kuukiyomi 4 Consider It, another proper Switch 2 cartridge, also releasing October the 29th, a nice day for Switch 2. This one is a bit more whimsical, as it's a micro game style affair that tasks you with being polite. Simple visuals, simple premise, but very charming. It also comes with a bonus game, but I doubt that will have English. Hazel Sky, a quick mention to this, which releases on October the 29th in Japan on the original Switch. This is already out in Asia. As obscure as it is, some of you may own it already. It is a survival game about fixing aircraft. What? But yeah, before we get any further in this video, if you are new here and you love physical video games, you enjoy owning the thing you pay money for, then hit that subscribe button. It will be the best thing you do today. I'm very useful. I will help your collection immensely. Plus, the bigger this channel is, the more publishers will pay attention to the demand for physical media. So do your bit and subscribe. Japanese Rural Life Adventure is releasing on November the 12th, and this is a lovely looking game. When I saw this coming digitally, I always felt this would be physical ready a few months down the road, and here we go. A Japanese themed Stardew pretty much. It looks great, plays great, and although the cozy life sim genre may be tired at this point, at least from my perspective, this is definitely a cute indie highlight and will be a really solid import. Sunset Hills is releasing physically on November the 12th on the original Switch, and this is a game with a bit of controversy since it originally released as a paid thing without actually being completed, much to the annoyance of those who bought it. Since release a few years back, they have added the originally promised scenarios to complete the game, but there is still a sour taste in the air, but you can't deny it is a beautiful looking adventure game. Moomin Midsummer Madness. This is currently an import exclusive release in Japan on November the 12th. However, given the previous 2 Moomin games on the Switch got a later Western release, I'm pretty sure this one will too, but I still have to include it in this video in case it doesn't. You never know. It is a different dev and publisher, so, well, yeah. It's a point-and-click adventure, again with some really gorgeous art to it. Love it. Changeable Guardian Estique is releasing on November the 26th, and this is a bit more old school. It is a new-ish game that was built for the Famicom in mind, like keeping the limitations of that console. You can even buy a copy on that console, so it is relatively simple. as a release, but to me it looks pretty badass. I've been playing some Famicom NES shmups like a few weeks ago. I was having a really good time with it despite the simple architecture. Expelled from Paradise, the Stellar Angel. This is releasing physically in Japan on November the 26th. And talk about a belated license tie-in. This is a follow-up to a 2014 animated movie called Expelled from Paradise. I've never heard of it, but this visual novel looks to have some really good production value, and hopefully it does the film justice. Something to look forward to if you are an anime fan. Stray Children is releasing on December the 10th in a treasure box edition, and this is my absolute favorite thing in this video. There's no standard edition that's been announced, but that's okay because this collector's edition looks absolutely magical, and it's from one of my favorite developers, the kind of developers who have kept PlayStation 1, PS2 Japanese whimsy alive and well. This is an adventure game from the same people who brought us Moon and Blackbird, and I'm genuinely very excited about it. Caladrius 2 Dark Element is a very recent announcement that's planned to release physically on December the 10th in Asia. In fact, Play Asia have an exclusive collector's edition for it, which looks pretty nice. This is a sequel to a Moss-developed shmup that has a cult following, mainly because it's one of those shmups where the more damage you take, the more your clothes will fall off. Oh yeah, but it's also got the gameplay to back it up, at least the original did. We'll have to see about this long-awaited sequel, but I'm really interested in it, and not for the pervy reasons. Ninja Baseball League Man Bases Loaded is releasing on December the 10th in Japan on a proper Switch 2 cartridge. Now, languages for this have not been detailed yet. However, it's an arcade beat 'em up. It should have English, but if it doesn't, well, it's not essential anyway. And this is a remake of a classic arcade title that you may know as Ninja Baseball Batman, but they've stuck with the Japanese name rather than the confusing but awesome sounding Western one from back in the day. This will have the original game plus an enhanced version that has more stages and a new playable character. I can't wait for it. Hakuoki Memoirs is a Play Asia exclusive release in association with East Asia Soft, and this is a fan disc of the original Hakuoki. I think it's the third one, but it's the first time it's been translated into English, so definitely for fans of the original who just want more time with the characters they love. It's coming in a standard edition and a limited edition, and will be releasing sometime early next year. Still a bit of a way to go for that one. And there we have all the upcoming imports on Switch and Switch 2 that I know of and that play in English. If you want to import any of them, please do so via the links below. I greatly appreciate that. If you're new here, subscribe and go watch some of my other videos. I got a lot for you Switch collectors that you may want to take note of. Have a fantastic day. Take care.